Pamodzi Investment Holdings is today recognized throughout the entire South African business community as one of the most respected black-owned and black-operated equity investment companies in the country. Pamodzi is today a multi-billion rand investment company, which is a proud achievement indeed, looking back on its humble beginnings when two black entrepreneurs got together under the repressive apartheid system way back in 1979.
Pamodzi as a name, it means togetherness. So we believe from the beginning that we have to work together. We started very, very humble, and now we can see the light, where we're going, where we want to be. And within a few years, I think we will reach where we want to be.
The determination and conviction of these two men, supported by 6 other respected business people, led to the creation in 1996 of Pamodzi Investment Holdings. With an established and extensive business network in both the public and the private sectors, with an executive and a professional team that takes second place to no one. Pamodzi has already achieved its mission to become a role model of business excellence within the South African community as the owner of a group of leading, stable businesses in key South African industries.
I think with what we have achieved before, we are going to be a role model, and then we're going to go to the communities and we'll talk and link up with the communities and show them that it can be done, because we come from the humble beginnings. We come from the townships. We come from Soweto, from humble beginnings, and where we are today, we must say thanks to the transformation in the country, and that's why we're saying our role is going to be transform and transform other people, and people must dream, must have a dream, which was lacking because of the history that we had. But today we are a model of letting people dream.
The results to date have been impressive, with Pamodzi generating a cash-to-cash return of 24% on realized equity investments of close to 800 million rand up to April 2004. Pamodzi's investment philosophy is to take significant stakes in portfolio partner companies, which means that holdings of less than 25% are avoided. With a stake of less than 25%, it is difficult to add meaningfully to the strategy and transformation of investee companies.
Pamodzi is quite different from others in a sense that, other than just the cultural issues, because I believe we do things differently, but Pamodzi is also not in favor of what I would call passive investment or portfolio investment. Pamodzi would also prefer to be actively, constructively and strategically involved in all its underlying assets, and involved at the board level as well as being able to influence certain strategic decisions within the management structures as well.
One of the most powerful beliefs of the Pamodzi philosophy is the transformation of the South African business economy to create a racial composition of skill, management and ownership of the country's companies that is a true reflection of the people. The company has also endorsed and in many cases implemented a broad-based empowerment approach through equity partnership with the employees of the companies they invest in, which ensures that the employees, the management and Pamodzi are all directly responsible for their own wealth creation. But who are the men leading Pamodzi's highly successful drive to the top? Let's take a look at some of their major achievements in the creation of the impressive and varied Pamodzi portfolio. In all of these companies, Pamodzi holds board membership and in many cases, the chairmanship.
Basically, Pamodzi operates on 5 pillars. The first pillar being the rainmaking side, and that's where we get deal flow into Pamodzi, and that's basically the role of all executives within Pamodzi. The second pillar is the deal-making ability, where we do our own structured products and instruments for investments, as well as the corporate finance and fundraising. The third pillar is the value-adding side, which is really the strategic value-adding, both the strategic planning and implementation thereof, as well as facilitation, where we open doors for people from an empowerment perspective and stimulate organic growth through that. The fourth pillar then being the compliance side, where we report back to funders, to the Exco in Pamodzi, and to the board on a monthly, quarterly and annual basis. And finally, we've got the back office side, which really takes care of the audit as well as the accounting matters within Pamodzi.
In the food and related services sector, Pamodzi earned widespread acclaim by playing the leading role in the largest ever secondary leveraged buyout in South Africa when it acquired 65% of the equity of the giant Food Corp Holdings Limited. A truly significant milestone in Pamodzi's ongoing development progress. The most impressive aspect of this deal was Pamodzi's implementation of the most significant broad-based black empowerment structures ever created in South Africa, and by which the company's 3,500 employees hold a massive 20% of the equity. That shareholding is highly significant given the fact that the Food Corp buyout was worth more than 2 billion rand, and the employees thus stand to gain significant wealth when the equity becomes unencumbered, since there's no equity leakage to the funders. The company's business is in the production, marketing and distribution of a basket of food products, including a large number of South African household brands, as well as leadership in the house brands market. Pamodzi's other major involvement in the food sector came through their 45% investment in Sodexo Southern Africa, a company with 21 years experience in institutional and industrial catering and related services in South Africa. The remaining 55% is held by the French-based Sodexo Alliance, which is recognized as the #1 catering, food and management services company in the world. Sodexo, which currently caters for some of the biggest institutions, government departments and parastatals in the country, is also committed to corporate social responsibility programs. One example is the SMILE initiative in KwaZulu-Natal, which is a program for classroom reinforcement and teacher training for the previously disadvantaged communities. Another of Pamodzi's recent exciting investments was the acquisition of a 30% shareholding in the flourishing Kulungile Metals company, and by doing so, making it the first significantly black-empowered steel group in the country. Kulungile, an operation which resulted from an amalgamation between Baldwin Steel and Stalcor, employs more than 650 people and has the winning mix of executive expertise, black empowerment participation and financial leadership to remain a leader in Southern Africa's metals and trading divisions. In the vital IT and telecommunications sector, the team went for the well-respected electronics company Digicor, which is listed on the Johannesburg Stock Exchange. Digicor provides a wealth of both commercial and industrial management information to its customers, assisting them in the handling of their mobile assets such as vehicles and their cargo for both logistic and security purposes. Pamodzi holds a 25.1% interest in Digicor. Namitech Holdings, recognized as the dominant force in secure, personalized check production in Africa and the largest check supplier to the South African banking industry, specializes in secure technology solutions. Pamodzi holds a 28% interest in the company, which offers a broad range of products, services and solutions to all the companies operating in the traditional financial services sector and the telecommunications industry. The success of the Namitech Holdings operation is reflected in the fact that it is the only South African company in this field that has accreditation from the United Kingdom Banking Association and currently supplies more than 20 banks in sub-Saharan Africa. In the financial services sector, which is the most widespread area of Pamodzi expertise, the company holds a 50.1% interest in Pamodzi Brokers, which was previously known as Prestasi Financial Services and founded in 1972. From its birth, Prestasi focused on developing, selling and servicing personal short-term insurance cover with such success that it soon became a household name. Prestasi pioneered concepts in insurance such as group schemes and the no-claims bonus system, giving it a recognizable edge over its competitors. It also operates a call center in Midrand which runs the full 24 hours of the day. Prestasi has an equally practical division under the title of Prestasi Development Project, which is aimed at identifying and supporting selected student athletes as bursary recipients from both the Buck Rugby Institute and Prestasi. The project aims to give the underserved students the necessary tools to be successful in 3 prime areas: life skills, rugby skills, and career skills. Westbank Auto, formerly a division of the mighty South African financial institution Westbank, was corporatized in December 2000 as a standalone business in fleet management and also to attract an empowerment partner as a shareholder. Pamodzi holds an interest of close to 26% in this operation. Westbank Auto, a market leader with national presence, pioneered the first card-based fleet management system and was the first company to provide comprehensive fleet management data to fleet owners. With toll roads blossoming in South Africa, Westbank Auto stepped in with the introduction of the Trans Card, a convenience card specifically designed for travelers paying toll fees, and it has proved immensely popular with motorists and fleet owners across the country. Staying with the motor industry, Pamodzi acquired a powerful 49% interest in one of the top BMW dealerships in the country, Auto Bavaria Midrand, in August 2001. The new Mini model was introduced to this country in 2002, and Auto Bavaria Midrand was one of only 10 Mini dealerships appointed. Not surprisingly, since it is consistently one of the top 5 sales performers for BMW in South Africa. Moving powerfully into South Africa's burgeoning tourist industry in July 2000, the group won the Yakalsebesi concession in the internationally renowned Kruger National Park as part of a consortium led by Pamodzi Leisure Solutions. The stunningly beautiful Tinga Lodge currently consists of 2 camps: Legends, which is built on the banks of the Sabi River, and Arena, which is constructed on stilts. Both camps offer the height of luxury living in the African bush with full rights to traverse the whole of the Kruger Park without restrictions, which offers guests an unsurpassed game viewing experience. And Tinga is truly exclusive. It will cater for only 18 guests in each of the lodges, which means outstanding levels of hospitality on a personal basis. Pamodzi has spent the past decade as an inspirational team of professionals in the equity business, building a strong track record marked by quality investments of prestige and integrity. The company has brought strategic value to all of the organizations with which it has become involved. But perhaps its proudest achievement has been in bringing reality to the concept of broad-based economic empowerment. Pamodzi has ensured that this concept has a true broad base by bringing it to thousands of previously disadvantaged South Africans and not just to a select few.
Our dream is to create a company that will be here 100 years from now and that will stand as a beacon of hope for the majority of the young black kids who are coming up to see that can be done. We started from nothing and hopefully we'll create something big that everyone will be proud of.
Pamodzi was started by determined and dedicated people who saw the opportunities available in Africa and made them realities. The determination, the dedication, the people and the opportunities are all still present and set to build upon the strong foundation laid.